I'm Siren, and this time we are going across the pond to Chianti and Tuscany, primarily, is where we're going to begin. I am joined today by the beautiful Miria Barcali, and we are going to be talking to her about the company that she has been making wine for and overseeing wine growing as well. So they were established in 1893. This is Cecchi. So file that name. You're going to want to look them up as you have time because they've got 4 or 5 beautiful estates in all of these regions, Tuscany, Chianti, Umbria. We're talking about a vast sampling of really important areas in Italian wine. So they've been around since 1893, started in Siena, and there's just so many beautiful things about the wine that I've already started to taste. It's really fabulous, but also about how they wine grow and how important sustainability is to them. Joining me today, Miria Barcali. She is the chief winemaker, and she started with a degree in chemistry and began her career in wine, initially working for Cecchi. So she showed a flair, and she's absolutely very good at what she does. You taste it through the grapes. She's got a team of 30 people that she's using to oversee the company's production portfolio of Chianti Classico, Vernaccia,
Yes,
Vernaccia,
yes.
Morlino di San
Cancer.
Scassano, and many, many more. So welcome, Miria. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine, thanks.
Wonderful. Well, it's been an adventure just learning about Cecchi because there are so many things that you folks do so well, but so many wines you're producing, so many varieties that you're growing, and you've got your eye on sustainability as well. At first, I would love to hear a little bit more about your personal journey into wine.
Okay. I've been working in wine in Cecchi Winery since 1998, and it's the passion that bring me to do this work. Passion is absolutely. Wine is something that is so fascinating that it's impossible to resist to I fell in love with the wine. So it's interesting for me to be a woman in wine world, and it's interesting for me to be in team with many peoples, and it's perhaps the most interesting part of my work, because together we can give the right personality of our wine, of our label, and we can enjoy together too.
That is wonderful. And it seems to me like the passion behind the wine drives the quality. It's just so I can see that your first love is wine, and I absolutely can taste it in the glass. So I love that. Tell me a little bit about climate change because I think we're all very aware of climate change. But how is it affecting the vineyards at Cecchi?
Okay, yes, we have effects on climate change, especially during the last harvest, the last decades. And we have just changed our steps to follow in vineyard. For example, with canopy management, that means the leaves remain on the vine until the harvest, because it is necessary to protect the grapes by sun. In the past, we removed them at the end of July, for example, or we plow the soil on the surface during the summer, because we have to destroy the capillary that are responsible of the evaporation of water from the soil too. So, and with the grape, we must be very patient, and we must be more present during the harvest in the vineyards, because we have to understand the right moment for picking up the grape. So, and likely grapes grow best in environment where they need to be stressed to get to nutrients. So they are not as water intensive as, for instance, almost all many other crops. But as recent frost, high temperature in summer, drought have shown viticulture is threatened by climate change, especially in terms of extreme conditional weather.
Has this affected winemaking at all?
Yes, because, for example, in winemaking, in the cellar, we must preserve the characteristic of the grape, and we can't push the extraction of tannins, especially with Sangiovese, because it's sometimes it's not so easy to have the right ripening of the grape. So in this way, we can modulate the quality of the wine and not pushing for the extraction. This is the new frontier for us.
Wow. So
To
it's
have
definitely
elegant wine in general, very elegant wine with the good balance with the structure and tannins.
absolutely. And there's definitely great balance in these glasses. Okay, so the Cecchi family has been around for well over 125 years, and there's also many estates. Can you kind of walk us through each of the estates? Tell us a little bit about them.
Yes, yes. I can say that the most important thing for us is the respect of terroir, of the grapes that are growing there. So we have an estate in Maremma, in the south part of Tuscany, near the coast, near the sea, and we have there sandy soil, and the climate is mitigated by the breeze that comes from the from the sea. So in this way, we can have, even if in the summer we have high temperature, we can have
The Villa
no
Sena? No?
non Chianti Classico area.
Ah,
We can have very
sorry.
well balanced wine with freshness, with good freshness, and very good expression of fruit.
Okay.
We have an estate in Chianti Classico area, in the central part of Tuscan, where we produce the wine that you have just shown. This is Chianti Classico Primo Colle, and this is our historical estate, and we produce here Chianti Classico wines from Chianti Classico appellation. The king of this wine is Sangiovese. The name of the state is Villa Cerna and Villa Rosa. And we know very well the terroir here because we have, this is Val Delle Rose, and this is the state in the south part of Tuscany. And yes, this is Val Delle Rose, and we produce there Morellino di Scansano and many, for example, Vermentino, a white wine. And this is Villa Cerna. This is our estate here in Chianti Classico area. And I would like that please come to see us, because you can enjoy it. You can enjoy your trip here. And
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. In Chianti Classico, we produce Chianti Classico Riserva, and Chianti Classico Gran Selezione. And we produce here special study to understand the characteristic of the soil of our terroir. So in this way, we can have the right rootstock and the right clones of Sangiovese. And in this sense, you can have good response for sustainability, because If you have the right plant in the right terroir, you can use very low quantity of fertilizer and pesticide because plant vineyards are well integrated in the terroir.
Beautiful. And is this the Sangiovese?
Yes, this is
Oh,
the picture of
beautiful.
Sangiovese. Sangiovese is the king, and I usually say that Sangiovese is a chameleon. Sangiovese is able to adapt their characteristics to the soil, and you can have different expression of the grapes and on the wine, and you can have very personality in the wine in your label. So it's amazing. I love Sangiovese. I love Sangiovese.
That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And thank you for telling us a little bit about the estates. There's just so much that you have going on. It's got to be absolutely, a lot to juggle on some days, especially during harvest. Um,
Yes, yes. During harvest, I usually with my colleagues, we are very present. For example, in vineyards, and especially from August, October, to taste grape, to take samples for chemical analysis, and
mm,
only in this way we can only hope to decide the right moment for the harvest of every parcel. And I can say that we have some advantages because at the end of the harvest, we have a beautiful and amazing tan. We look like construction workers. It's the same. It's the
that
same.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
So do you go out and walk the vineyards when it's starting to get close?
Yeah.
Drive all over?
Yes, yes,
Oh my
absolutely, yes.
goodness.
We are in every state. There are resident colleagues, but we have external consultant, and I have the supervision of all the state of Cecchi family. And it's
Beautiful.
important to be a big number of people because in this way you can balance your subjective what do you prefer. So and you can have a fast process in improving, for example, new technology, new decisions. So it's important for me to have a big team of people.
Absolutely.
I don't think that one woman or one man, one winemaker, it could be a good thing for the result of wine. So
It
we are
takes a
a lot of people.
village.
Yes, yes,
Tell us about the sustainability program or what you're doing at Cecchi.
yes. Oh,
Cecchi,
I
sorry.
Cecchi, okay. I think that a wine business must approach sustainability by incorporating three important pillars. One is social stewardship, so
Hmm.
promoting a shift, sorry, in the social attitude of the company to do what is right for the environment and its inhabitants. And then second is environmental stewardships. So implementing practices and policies that have a positive environmental impact. For example, with energy efficiency, water conservation, healthy soil, preservation of wildlife habitat, and the reduction of carbon footprint. And the last one,
Beautiful.
but it's not less important, is the financial stewardship. So aligning environmental and social stewardships with business benefit, we can create a vibrant business with high quality of grapes and wine. So we tools in this aspect, and I think that I can say that Cecchi conceived sustainability as a behavior adopted by and to respond to stimuli. What does it mean? For example, we are moving towards a special certification with standard addresses towards sustainability. And it's not only paper. It's not paper for us, but it's a way to control improvement in our process. And the most important thing for me is that I think that there are a lot of actors that have an important that play an important role in sustainability, and for wine business stakeholders, for example, are workers in the vineyards who could be exposed to chemical fertilizer and pesticide over longer periods of time. So with their pressure, we can drive the decision of our policies for the company. Or, for example, neighborhood that receive our emission in terms of air emission or water emission. So we must pay attention and preserve the environment. Especially with water.
I was just going to say water.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. It's an important project for us because, in fact, speaking of water conservation, this is one of the aspects that Cecchi takes care in a special way. And Cecchi Winery, in fact, has adopted in 1999 an innovative plant that is in the picture for the treatment, of wastewater. It used only reeds, so green plants for purification. And at the end of the process, we have good quality of water that return in the environment. At the same time, the plant is very well integrated in the space, and it's a good wildlife habit. Yes, it's a good wildlife habit, absolutely. And in fact, there are a lot of birds that build their nest there. And especially in the summer, we have frogs that croak during the night. So it's something amazing. I love it. So recycling water is important in sustainability, and it's an important resource for the future and for the next generation. So we must maintain the right resource, especially for wine business, because wine business is based on agriculture. So in this sense, we must maintain the environment for the future generation. And it's
Absolutely.
important. Yes.
So let's talk about what happens in the vineyard in the name of sustainability. You mentioned organic. Can you tell us a little bit about that and your certifications?
Yes, we have 3 states that are organic run, and then organic means, as I just said, only a part of process. It's important in growing vineyards, and we reduce the use. We can't use synthetic products for growing vineyards. And another important aspect is that in the cellar, we try to use less products, so we maintain the grape and the characteristic on the grape. We use only what the nature and what the vineyards give us.
Beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I love hearing no synthetic products. That's so important.
It's important, for example, in this with organic growing of the vineyards, maintain the soil in healthiness, because soil in this sense become life and give life to the plant. So we must maintain a good balance in the vineyards to have good result with our grapes.
And speaking of good results with grapes,
we can taste together.
Oh my goodness. I have to tell you, when I first sipped this wine, I mean, when I first smelled it, I'm
Wow.
always like looking for those wines that the nose matches the mouth. And this is one of them. I mean, so delicious. Uh, the smell of the florals, the acidity, the sapidity, it's just beautiful. I'm gonna
Yes,
pull
it's
up
beautiful. You
while you
have
tell.
a, you have a beautiful picture of the grape of
Yes,
Trebbiano Poletino, and this
Trebbiano.
picture is special for me because one of my colleague, Alessandro, that is the director of Tenuta Alzatura, gives me and send me during the harvest, and it's better than every other send text of some fiancé. It
They're
is best,
so
the
I mean,
best.
the grapes themselves are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saltiness, acidity, and saltiness are the characteristic of the Trebbiano grapes. And
it's just
the wine has a great attitude to aging. Yes, this
so
is.
so tell us about the aging. Like how long can I keep this is a 2021. If I hadn't opened it, how long could I keep it, do you
Yes,
think?
I'm sure that more than until 10 years it could be. And the evolution of the wine is towards hydrocarbon. It looks like sometimes Riesling, some Riesling. This is the evolution of the wine. I
If you
like
can't,
it a lot.
it's
Cheers,
just a cheers.
cheers.
Such a beautiful wine, and
Thanks,
thank
Candy.
you for adding this
Thanks.
to our repertoire because it's absolutely beautiful. Now we have another surprise, which is the Sangiovese, right?
Yes.
The Chianti Classico from Maremma, right? Is it Maremma?
No, it comes from Castellina and Chianti, so in the
Okay,
central part of Tuscany, with
Central. Okay,
Chianti Classico. Yes, this is Sangiovese, a wine that is based on Sangiovese, and the blend is 95% of Sangiovese and 5% of Colorino, that is local grapes. The characteristic of Sangiovese is long aging, fruit well integrated with oak, because we age in oak this wine for 12 months.
what kind of oak are you using?
Yes. And sorry. And
What
the name,
type?
yeah. The
What
name
type?
of Primo Colle. Primo Colle means the first hill that you meet from the road, on the road from Siena towards Castellina in Chianti. And Villa Cerna is our estate here. And both of the wine that we are tasting are distributed in USA too. So you can have this wine in your country. The story of the Villa Cerna is that it was a monastery in the past, and it's a very ancient building at the 1011.
It's incredible. It's absolutely an incredible estate.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
So
We age in a barrel with of 225 liters and 2 hectoliters, 5 hectoliters. So big barrel and little barrel too. And
and the barrique.
5% is new oak, because we don't like to have overwhelming oak on the wine. So
And you get that from the fruit. I mean, the fruit is very much alive. This is a
yeah.
fresh and deliciously smooth wine. And this is something that I think, people always ask me about pairing. And I think people are so terrified of pairing wine, but Sangiovese is such a food friendly wine.
Yes, it's friendly, but we must pay attention during the vinification for the extraction, the right extraction of tannins, because Sangiovese is rich in tannins. But I think that with this style, with this elegance, it looks the fantastic cocoa, for example. Color.
The color is fantastic. The
Yeah,
taste is
yeah.
so smooth and elegant. You've made another very beautiful wine. Okay, so I am so grateful, Miria,
Oh,
to make your acquaintance. I hope our paths cross one day soon in person. This has been a wonderful discovery of the Cecchi wines and also your path and your drive and determination to make the best wine as sustainably as possible.
we
We're
are
very
waiting
grateful.
for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you and everybody that come in Tuscany. So we are here and we are waiting.
Absolutely beautiful. And just for our listeners out there, we're going to have a lot of notes and links to each and every one of their wineries. So you can make arrangements to buy, taste, or visit one of Cecchi's wineries. And if you're lucky, you might see Miria in the vineyards.
Cheers.
Cheers and
Thanks a lot.
ciao,
It's a
Bella.
pleasure. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.